The year was 509 BC. Rome, a city on the cusp of greatness, was ruled by kings. It was a time of simmering discontent, where the desire for freedom flickered beneath the surface. Then, a single act of unspeakable cruelty ignited the flames of rebellion. This is the story of Lucretia, a Roman noblewoman whose tragic fate sparked a revolution, toppling a monarchy and shaping the destiny of an empire. Her name, forever etched in the annals of history, serves as a chilling reminder of the human cost of tyranny and the enduring power of a single act to reshape the world. Lucretia's story is not just a tale of personal tragedy, it's a parable about the fragility of power and the intoxicating allure of freedom. It's a stark reminder that even in antiquity, the yearning for liberty could topple the mightiest of thrones. As we delve into the depths of this ancient tragedy, we'll uncover the historical, social, and political currents that swirled around Lucretia's life and death. Her story, though ancient, continues to resonate with timeless relevance, forcing us to confront uncomfortable truths about power, justice, and the human condition. To understand the magnitude of Lucretia's impact, we must first journey back to the world she inhabited. Imagine Rome in the 6th century BC, a nascent city-state ruled by Etruscan kings. The Etruscan kings, a powerful and wealthy people from Etruria, a region north of Rome, held dominion over the Romans. They brought with them their customs, their gods, and their own brand of governance. Roman society, though stratified, was bound by a strict moral code that placed a premium on honor, virtue, and loyalty, especially for women. Women, while largely excluded from public life, played a pivotal role in upholding these values within the household. They were the guardians of domestic harmony, responsible for raising children and managing the household. Their virtue was not just a personal matter, it was intertwined with the honor of their families and, by extension, the Roman state itself. Within this rigid social structure, Lucretia, the wife of a prominent Roman nobleman, was held up as a paragon of Roman womanhood. Lucretia was renowned for her beauty, her grace, and her unwavering fidelity to her husband, Collatinus. She embodied the idealized Roman matron, a woman of impeccable character and unwavering loyalty. Her days were spent tending to her household duties, weaving alongside her handmaidens, and upholding the honor of her family. Little did she know that fate had a cruel twist in store, one that would catapult her from the quiet domesticity of her home into the heart of a political maelstrom. The story of Lucretia is inextricably linked with that of the Tarquinius dynasty, the last of the Etruscan kings to rule Rome. The last king, Lucius Tarquinius Superbus, known for his arrogance and brutality, would become the unwitting catalyst in Lucretia's tragedy and Rome's transformation. His son, Sextus Tarquinius, a man consumed by lust and driven by a sense of entitlement, would play a pivotal role in setting in motion the events that would forever alter the course of Roman history. The seeds of discontent were already sown among the Roman nobility, who chafed under the yoke of Etruscan rule. The Tarquins, particularly Lucius Tarquinius Superbus, had alienated many with their tyrannical rule and disregard for Roman customs. One evening, as the king's sons and their companions were feasting, a seemingly innocuous conversation took a fateful turn. They began to boast about the virtues of their wives, each man extolling the qualities of his own spouse. Collatinus, Lucretia's husband, confident in his wife's unwavering virtue, proposed a wager. He suggested that they ride to Rome to see for themselves how their wives were spending their time. The others, fueled by wine and a desire to prove their wives' superiority, readily agreed. Little did they know that this seemingly harmless bet would have devastating consequences, setting in motion a chain of events that would change the course of Roman history. Upon arriving in Rome, they found Lucretia, as expected, diligently tending to her household duties, her virtue beyond reproach. The other wives, however, were found indulging in merriment and revelry. Collatinus, his pride confirmed, was declared the victor of the wager. However, the seeds of obsession had been sown in the mind of Sextus Tarquinius. Lucretia's beauty, her grace, and her unwavering virtue had ignited within him a lustful desire, a desire that would soon turn sinister. Driven by this consuming lust, Sextus Tarquinius returned to Galatia a few nights later, his mind consumed with dark thoughts. He entered Lucretia's home under the cover of darkness, a predator stalking his prey. Lucretia, embodying Roman womanly virtue, welcomed him as a guest, unaware of the danger that lurked beneath his charming facade. Her trust, her hospitality would be met with the utmost betrayal. Under the cloak of darkness, Sextus Tarquinius crept into Lucretia's chambers, his heart consumed by lust and a perverse sense of entitlement. He threatened her, holding a sword to her throat, vowing to kill her and one of her slaves, and claimed that he had caught them in adultery. Her reputation, her honor, her very life hung in the balance. Faced with this impossible choice, Lucretia submitted to his advances, her spirit broken, her body violated. The following morning, Lucretia, her body bearing the marks of the previous night's horror, summoned her husband and father. She recounted the events of that fateful night, her voice trembling with shame and anger, her words laced with pain and a desperate plea for justice, pierced the hearts of the men gathered around her. She demanded that they avenge her honor, that they not let this act of unspeakable cruelty go unpunished. With tears streaming down her face, Lucretia drew a dagger from beneath her robes. "I, with my body, am innocent of this great offense," she proclaimed, her voice echoing with a mix of agony and resolve. "Yet I will inflict punishment upon myself. See to it that the adulterer, Sextus Tarquinius, does not go unpunished." With that, she plunged the dagger into her heart, ending her life in a final act of defiance against the tyranny that had shattered her world. Her death was not merely a personal tragedy. It was a spark that ignited a firestorm of outrage. Lucretia's suicide, a public spectacle of despair and a desperate cry for justice, sent shockwaves through Roman society. The men who had gathered, witnessing her final moments, were overcome with grief and fury. They swore an oath, pledging to avenge her death and to free Rome from the clutches of the tyrannical Tarquin dynasty. Lucretia's cousin, Lucius Junius Brutus, a man known for his integrity and political acumen, seized the moment. He held aloft the bloody dagger, rallying the outraged citizens of Rome to rise up against their oppressors. The people, already simmering with resentment towards the Tarquins, needed little encouragement. They stormed the royal palace, their cries for justice echoing through the streets of Rome. The Tarquins, caught off guard by the ferocity of the uprising, were driven out of Rome, their reign of terror brought to an abrupt end. Thus, the Roman Republic was born, rising from the ashes of monarchy. The year was 509 BC, a pivotal moment that marked the beginning of a new era for Rome. Lucretia's sacrifice had ignited a revolution, forever altering the course of Roman history. Lucretia's story, though ancient, continues to resonate throughout the ages, a chilling reminder of the human cost of tyranny and the enduring power of a single act to spark change. Her story has been told and retold, inspiring countless works of art, literature, and music. From Shakespeare's tragic poem to Rembrandt's poignant paintings, Lucretia's image has transcended time, becoming an enduring symbol of female virtue, sacrifice, and the fight against oppression. Her story, however, is not without its complexities. Feminist scholars have long grappled with the problematic aspects of her narrative, questioning the emphasis on her chastity and the patriarchal structures that both condemned her violation and ultimately glorified her suicide as an act of honor. Despite these criticisms, Lucretia's story continues to hold a powerful place in our collective consciousness, prompting us to confront uncomfortable truths about gender, power, and the legacy of violence against women. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more historical and mythological tales